Welcome back, my beautiful friends. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York. I'm your host, Zen Sams. Now, up next in our Business and Buzz segment, we have returning contributor Kyle Wool, president of wealth management at Revere Securities. And today we're chatting with his good friend, celebrity men's hairstylist Robert Dominick. Now, Robert bridges NYC's Fifth Avenue all the way to Palm Beach, Florida, and employs the worlds of barbering and hairstyling cosmetology as old world meets new. Dominick boasts a diversified clientele, including business executives, fund managers, art dealers, celebrities, musicians, socialites, and the everyday businessman who really appreciates the importance of investing in his image. For salon owners and stylists, the hope that inflationary pressures would quickly come and go has definitely faded. Most economists anticipate inflation remaining persistently high throughout 2022 and likely beyond. With inflation here to stay, those who have thus far held off on raising rates may soon find themselves with little choice. But the men's grooming category is expected to cross 1.2 billion by 2024, marking a significant step in men's grooming growth strategy. The pandemic has opened many opportunities for all industries, but it has been a game changer for the beauty and hygiene category. We have seen an increased interest among the male consumers for personal grooming products. While mass market brands struggle to contain inflation that has reached 20% across the consumer goods industry, luxury and concierge services like Robert's remain well insulated. Indeed, from luxury fashion houses to upper tier salons, all high-end services and luxury brands have been steadily increasing the prices for their signature offerings throughout the pandemic with actually very little pushback. And here to chat some more on this are Kyle and Dominick. Kyle, welcome back.
Glad to be here, Zen.
Dominick, so nice to have you on.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Kyle, I'm going to start with you. Now, inflation or the big squeeze is dominating the news agenda of 2022, yet men's luxury market and men's grooming industry seems seemingly unaffected. What's going on here?
Well, it's really a bifurcated answer. Inflation is something that's been going on for, I would say, for the last 6 months with the Biden administration continuing to print money, COVID relief, and now with you have the Russian incursion and war in Ukraine, you're also seeing energy prices spike, which is really leading into a perfect storm for inflation. And you're seeing it at the pump. You're seeing $5 gasoline, but then really certain industries like you mentioned, Zen, luxury goods, luxury fashion, luxury men's hair care and facial care has not really been affected because these are things that men, especially the modern man in the bigger cities, the metropolitan cities, are still willing to pay for. The grooming, the Kiehl's lotions,
Exactly.
the great
Welcome to the show.
hairstylists like Robert
That was
Dominick.
actually a
So I
great
think
little
you've seen
intro because
inflation,
you
and if
pinned the tail
inflation
right on
does
the donkey.
continue, who knows,
Robert,
maybe
welcome to the
6 months
show.
to
And as
12
a
months down the
celebrity
road, it may start to
hairstylist
affect
and
the
groomer
luxury
to the
market, but
stars,
it's not quite there
how
yet.
has exactly? Welcome to the show. That was actually a great little intro because you pinned the tail right on the donkey. Robert, welcome to the show. And as a celebrity hairstylist and groomer to the stars, how has your business model shifted since the pandemic? And what is the main difference between servicing celebrity clientele and the average Joe with respect to hairstyling and patterns?
I would say honestly, it's been a good transition to the fact that more have become concierge takers in a concierge service, which is, in other words, home visits, on the go, at an office or someone's home. Time is money, so they want to capitalize and all the business that they can project or that they can offer while being comfortable at the home and having their hair services. So multitasking really is what they're about. And I'm here to help offer it. And go ahead.
Clientele, it's a lot of industry professionals that are very high net worth individuals. Where you are based right now in South Florida, have you seen a shift in the market ever since the mask mandates have been lifted, and since really, I think there's been a big migration from New York. A lot of people have headed your way.
Yeah.
What do you say to this?
Contributing to the traffic down here and disturbing the peace in that regard, but booming the economy. So what's happening is, all the high net worth areas like Palm Beach and Miami, lots of New York, lots of Chicago, lots of other cities coming down for multiple reasons. But with the business, the weather, the masks are off, everybody's out. So it's really about confidence. They have the confidence back. They come in, eye service, I can do the image and the hair the way they'd like. That helps to equal to success because of the confidence. So
Kyle, it's interesting because every time I see you, you're always dressed to the T's. You're very well groomed. In fact, I always ask you who grooms your fabulous hair, because you have plenty of it and really, really nice hair. And you always take pride in the way you look. And you are very representative of the global men's personal care market, which the market is at a size that's anticipated to reach $76 billion by 2027. And it's expected to expand at a compound annual growth rate of 6% from just 2022 to 2027. What do you think is driving the market?
I think it's the rising of the middle class throughout the world, number one. But I also think when you have countries like South Korea and BTSD, some of these big K-pop stars, and I think that's really not just in South Korea where men really pay attention to their fashion, but that's expanded to very large populations like China, Indonesia, Malaysia. A lot of people don't even realize you have 1.5 billion people in China, but if you look at Southeast Asia alone, between Malaysia, Indonesia, and the Philippines, that's over 550 million people that are all coming online, that are all starting to take care of themselves in different ways. And then I also think you're seeing that in the United States, you're seeing it in Western Europe. So I think it's more an awareness of men. I think you have a lot of the music idols, whether it be hip hop people in the United States or K-pop stars in Asia, are all taking care of themselves much better. This isn't the era of the 1990s where Kurt Cobain and grunge was the in way to look.
Growing popularity for daily skincare routine, coupled with rising awareness in respect to personal grooming and hygiene, and availability of a wide range of skincare routine products by key players like Robert Dominick, and guidance by industry experts like Robert Dominick, is really what's driving the market. So you hit it right on. Dominick, millennial men nowadays are becoming more conscious of their physical appearance and looks, and are willing to experience innovative products that are proven to work. What kind of shift have you seen over the last decade in men's styling requests and grooming patterns?
the requests have been, help me look my best, but keep me within fashion, keep me within style. What's current? It's been 2 years of COVID, so what's going on? What's trendy? What is cool? What's now, really? But how do I tie that into being able to enhance my business approach to things? And really, it's about all different ways of helping the individual find their own brand, their own business, their own style, and being able to relay that to the world and to the market that they're in.
Of course, it's so important, and this is a very fitting question, because the market that they're in is very telling of how you are going to drive the advertisement towards them, and how you're going to pick and choose the companies and brands you affiliate yourself with. And for somebody like Kyle, who's president of wealth management at Revere Securities and looks under the hood of every company before he goes in, Kyle, North America dominated the market and accounted for over close to 30% share of global revenue in 2019. Growing consciousness, personal care routine, and use of natural and very specifically organically sourced products that are free from chemicals and are non-toxic in nature are the key driving factor for the growth of the market. Talk to me about the importance of sustainability when choosing an investment.
Yeah, I think it's really important. I think you've seen a trend, and it goes back to the 1980s with the health club gyms and fitness routines that men were getting into. And I think it's really crescendoed over the last 5 or 6 years when you see people really paying attention to what they're putting in their body. And that's why you've seen the movement of companies like Impossible Foods, which was a small company that focused on organic, plant-based alternatives to meat. And now you're seeing these companies go through the pre-IPO to the IPO process. and Impossible Foods, Beyond Meat. You're seeing Whole Foods. You're seeing these other kind of companies like that that are doing very well in the stock market. And I think that is because whether it's men or women, but I think especially men have made that turn. I think women are always a little bit ahead of us on these topics, but I think men are really paying attention to, number one, what they're putting in their body. Number two, where it comes from. Is it organic or is it just some factory somewhere in the southeast? And I think as that trend continues, it's a great place to invest. And I think there's a lot of opportunities for people that are forward looking in this marketplace.
Exactly, exactly. Robert, talk to me about the shifts in not just in what we were talking about, sustainability and organic and natural, but have men really come at the forefront expressing interest and care in what they are putting on their scalp and on their face?
Yes, certainly. I mean, particularly as we all age, what's going to be a healthy alternative yet get the visual effect? And particularly when it comes to hair loss, I got to be honest. I mean, I'm here on site of Bauman Medical, one of the leaders of hair restoration or hair health, and it's really about what products, what devices, what certain active ingredients have that positive effect, and should I be warned about any potentially damaging, whether for the environment or for the actual toxins in the body, and it's all about eliminating that right now.
Exactly, exactly. Well, listen, this has been a very insightful segment because it's interesting to see how the men's grooming industry is exploding and how guys are really catching up to girls here. Because for the longest time, we've only heard, women really caring about what we're putting on our hair and our face and on our bodies. But now, with this growing awakeness, so to speak, of natural and organic products, I think, and especially when I speak to friends of mine like Kyle, I see the actual urgency to take action and really, really check out the products that we use. And there you have it, my dear friends. That's Kyle Wool, President of Wealth Management at Revere Securities, our regular contributor for Business and Buzz segment. Thank you so much for piping in, Kyle. We absolutely adore you here. Robert, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, you have to check out Robert Dominick. Check out BrazilianCourt.com. He is the man of the hour when it comes to men's grooming and men's hairstyle. And definitely check out Kyle Wool at Revere Securities, President of Wealth Management. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York. We'll be right back after this.